It's time for JD Knows NIL.
Hosted by JD Descartes.
With Coach KJ.
Never gets old.
Solo. Woo.
Should hit that buzzer on both of those.
It's time for JD Knows
Oh
NIL.
my god.
Hosted by JD
Hey, we'll do it
Descartes.
With Coach KJ.
And Solo.
All right. Y'all ready? Let's go. We in here.
Hey, that's what we love. Abrupt starts to our shows. Actually, if it went smooth, it would be like the weirdest episode ever. They'd be like, this is terrible. I'd rather watch Sports Center. They just turn us off. Anyway, hey, I'm JD. This is JD Knows NIL with Coach KJ and Solo.
Yeah, sure. That's it.
Psych. They'll be right through that door in a minute. I'm sure of it. There's no way they just let me hanging like this. She'll be fine. Anyway, instead of those two lovely souls who both had prior engagements, we had two other lovely souls step in. Former Titan punter Austen Barnard. Austin, how are you, sir?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
I am
third time.
surprised that you're glad to be here.
Glutton for punishment.
Oh my God! Right. So anyway, so you regret it yet? This is your third time, and I do call and harass you constantly to be on the show. I even gave you like a full week notice this time.
You did. I'm glad, actually. Normally, I'm used to like the day before, and it's like, there's no way I can do that.
Yeah. He did voice to text last week, and he was like, "Hey, babe, give me an excuse real quick." I was like, no, I can read this, all right? I can see it. And also, in place of the second of the three, Diamond Drew Greer is here. Diamond, how are you, sir?
Yeah. Diamond Drew.
In the rough.
Did you have to drink to make sure that this would be okay tonight?
Yes.
Understood. And behind the screen, you can't quite see him. Trent Denson, how are you, sir?
Yes, sir. Pumped to be here as always.
Are you worried? There's no KJ.
No.
There's no Solo.
You should be.
I can be unfiltered.
Austin's a good level. We got a good baseline there. So.
He's very.
God.
This will not be. This will definitely not be on his resume. You know?
I mean, this is going to the top of mine. I mean,
Hey, you have us on.
this is going to my gag
JD?
reel. That's what it's doing.
Do I have you up?
On our JD Knows NIL.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Anyway, let's get into that show. But before we get going too far, I would just like to say it doesn't even bother me that they both dumped me. I've had worse public breakups than this, and a lot more embarrassing things happened to me.
It's okay. I think you guys will rekindle later.
They're not even gone. They're literally over at the brewery. They're just watching. They're like, we are done with this crap. How long has it been? 18, 19, 20 episodes? They're like, how did this happen? How? Anywho, y'all be careful. Love y'all. See you soon. And let's say hi to our friend Richard Pearl, and then we'll get into the show. I talked to Richard earlier. He is headed down to the Superdome to watch LSU and Florida State. He's a big Noles fan. So he's pretty excited about that. We were talking a little bit about Titans. We'll get into it in a minute. But Harold Landry out with an ACL. This happened Wednesday. And so those were the things on top of his mind. But if you have a new house on the top of your mind, 615-268-7996. Go with a gym. Go with Richard Pearl. Now let's get into the news, Trent.
Into the news. All right.
So now it's time for JD Does the News. This is going to be the biggest load of bollocks ever.
Still hurtful every time.
Truth does hurt.
All right, so there has been quite a bit going on, especially with American football coming back. So we will start with the non-football news that at least we found interesting. Some of this will involve people who watch other sports other than me, but that's why they're all here. We'll start with the trade in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell to the Cavs from the Jazz. The Jazz get Laurie. I was trying to read these names earlier, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm so excited
Laurie
to try.
Markkanen.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in the WNBA.
Yeah, she is a pretty young male.
Yes.
I tell you that.
I haven't seen her. I have to Google that right quick.
Yeah, gotta be careful with that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Don't be assuming anything.
I told you guys.
We haven't even gotten to the punter story yet, so relax.
Where's
Yeah.
my
True that. Yes. Anyway, I forgot to say earlier, the stupid Knicks who like had this locked up.
Oh,
and then
dude,
Dude.
I'm so upset.
New York nicked it.
The Knicks have no hope. It is so bad. Spike just needs to quit.
Man.
Yeah,
He's got to stop.
I will
They're
say
special.
Darius Garland and Spider, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah,
That's a nasty backcourt.
I'll give
right
him
there.
the Mobley as well. But
I know the Cavs going.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about the was it Okoro?
Is that what it was? Is that what I seen on here?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
He's like the only weak spot.
Or
though.
Jared Allen's just really good on. Yeah, I mean, he'll give you rim defense.
Yeah.
He's also an all-star.
Who? Jared Allen?
Jared, yeah.
That's because they decided to start like
I was just like Pro Bowl
bringing
quarterbacks.
people. Yeah, they're like, okay, yeah, well, this guy maybe deserves it. We got to stop picking the same guys for like 18 straight years. Kobe, LeBron,
That's fair.
you know, people who actually
Are the
deserve it.
MVP?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, come on.
Who would lead the team?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you had some
Definitely.
first, you had some first and second time All Stars here recently in the last few years that you would never get a look 5 years ago.
That's facts.
What ifs? Anyways, so Ochai Agbaji, is that right? I think I got that one.
You
Colin
know what?
Sexton.
I'll give you that.
3 unprotected first-round picks. Sounds dirty. And 2. Do not Google 2 pick swaps. That will not get you where you want to go.
They have the next 4 years, is what it's looking like. Yeah, the next
they-
4 years of picks.
Wouldn't you do that though if you're the NBA? Because there's only like 3 good teams every season, right? And if you're going to be trash, just get all the draft picks you can.
No, when
possibly
playoffs
get.
come around, man, I mean, well, Jazz were already on the rebuild anyway. But when playoffs come around, different. I mean, teams show up differently.
Yeah.
Look at
that's
Memphis
facts.
this last, yeah. Well, no, not this last year, but let's say the year before that, and then like Minnesota. So I'm thinking about.
Yeah, that
this
was it.
last year, Minnesota was actually.
Man, NBA playoffs. Love
Yeah.
that. Anyway,
That's why we brought it up just for you, Trent. I thought
thanks, guys.
you're the only friend I've left on the show.
I'm still here, buddy. I'm still here.
Oh, man.
That's okay. We'll turn him against you by the end of the night.
That's fine. So the Jazz are in a cleaning sale, though. They got rid of
They
Rudy
are.
Gobert, and then they got like 2 or 3 more vets left on the club, and then they'll stop
Actually heard
playing
the
Jazz
Lakers
in
are-
Utah finally. I guess.
I heard the Lakers are looking at some of their vets, trying to get back Jordan Clarkson. They still have.
Are they
Yeah,
old enough for
Ooh.
LeBron?
Bogdanovich. What's up?
Are they old enough for LeBron to be teammates? Like those have to all be like 35.
Yeah, well, I think he's done. I think he decided that age
Like,
thing
Yeah, I
didn't
think
work out well for him.
that backfired
He's-
just a
yeah,
touch.
he
it
rang up
definitely
like
did.
Sean Payton, Tim Duncan. Like, hey, y'all busy? I think I can still win.
It really hurt me. Lakers are my squad, but man, don't go with an average age of 36.
No, that's
an
highly frowned
82
upon.
game
Yeah.
season?
Mhm.
Come on.
The fact that
Dude,
What? You call a lot of timeouts strategically.
Yeah.
Give them breaks.
It's like, hey, guys got to go to the bathroom. Small
Hey.
bladder. He's getting a little older.
I was playing pickup the other day. It was me and this older guy, and we were team old head. So that's pretty much what the Lakers are.
It's definitely
Team old head.
That is it.
Until they get Brownie
They
and
don't even
Bryce.
have a full roster right now. That's why
Yeah.
they're still looking
Bruh.
around.
Is Kyrie official or
I
no?
think they need to stop playing games and just make it happen. It hasn't
Yeah.
happened yet. I
Okay.
still see it happening since
I
they
do too.
lost out on the Spider thing, and they still don't have. Well, they picked up Beverly, which
Yeah,
I'm just
I like
waiting to
that.
see him and Russell fight. That's
gonna be
really what
awesome.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for.
This
That's a
sounds
big
like the
that's gonna be a good
Kardashians.
fight.
Yeah,
This is really what this sounds
Oh,
I love
it's
them.
fine.
Yeah.
They are in LA. I mean, why not?
might as well.
Yeah,
All right, that concludes basketball talk.
Moving on.
Showtime.
On to another sport that at least one of us follows, baseball. Major League is winding down. The season is because they got to get the hell out of the way before football starts.
Lego.
True.
So they're like, let's get these playoffs started. So, Drew, you're more of the baseball guy than
I'm
I
not.
am.
But I mean, I know some things.
So, but I know you're watching some things pretty close. Which playoff races are you most interested in? at
No,
the moment?
honestly, I'm just really
Are
ready
any
to
of you
watch. I'm
close?
ready to watch the Dodgers just take it all this year and stop playing. Like they got to stop playing around. They really do.
We are both Dodger guys.
Yeah,
so.
that is true. That is true.
Does anybody
Let's
like
go Braves.
Yeah,
Like-
thank you. Chop on. There
Yeah,
we
You
go.
gotta
yeah.
watch them.
I appreciate that, Trent.
I got
can't-
you, Austin.
I can't necessarily say like with the Braves just because we have to face them. That
Yeah.
little rivalry. I can't. Being in the South, you're supposed to like the Braves, but I kind of hate them at this point.
It's the closest city to us.
Bro,
Well, in the
the Braves
playoffs-
are so fun to watch.
In postseason,
They're-
I wouldn't say that.
forget the Braves.
yeah, they are.
They have a nice stadium. You can enjoy yourself when you go there.
No, I'm just
I'll
saying
give
the
them that.
team. I'm
The
saying
weather's
just
nice.
watching them as a team.
I mean,
What?
I
They got
guess
that.
maybe.
Well, their pitcher actually did set the
16 Ks. Yeah.
They beat
strikeout
Smoltz.
record.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
So yeah, then the other record that's almost caught up to Pujols,
That's
Oh, yeah.
crazy, man.
almost to
He's
700.
about to. He's at 694.
That's
I
wild,
actually
man.
looked that up. Yeah,
So you think,
Salute to him, man.
I think he's gonna get it before.
Yeah, 57
He's
years
been
old.
on
He
a
can do
tear.
it.
yeah, how many of those you think
Bro.
were juiced? That's what I'm gonna say. Like, if you take away steroid homers, is he like
He's
a
got-
I
5?
don't know. I
11.
think he's just throwing it. No, you can see
Probably.
the steroids have stopped on him. He's got a gut now. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Hey, I
just
know that feeling.
he's just out there swinging all his weight now.
To be fair, I'll give him more
Same.
credit because he hasn't gotten caught yet. I mean,
That's
that's
true.
that's kind of a win.
It's been a long
Yes,
career
wow.
and never got caught.
I mean,
yet.
Barry Bonds got caught, so
That's because
You
his
know.
head was the size of Jack in the Box. Like, he could not see it.
Yeah, well, original Barry Bonds to San Francisco
Dude,
Barry
it's
Bonds.
so
Very
crazy.
He ate himself.
Doubled up.
He did.
Hey, Barry, can I get some curly fries?
Yeah,
You worked 2 jobs.
he really got after it.
All right, and then in the tennis world, Miss Serena Williams, U.S. Open, she's
yeah.
won. Is it 2 or 3 of her first singles?
She's won
She's
2.
won
Two.
2. She's in the
She's
third
in the
round
third
now.
Now it's the third.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so-
incredible.
Beat
Set
the
is
number
actually
2
going.
player in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On her second set.
she was 50-1 Vegas odds when it started. She's down to 14-1 already.
Jeez.
Dang, dude.
I think this is
Just a
9.
little
She would-
something on
yeah,
that
we
one.
just-
yeah.
I
Just
wish I
a
would
little
have,
guy.
just like
just a little guy.
smidge. I could have put a nice hundo on there
Yeah.
and been like looking a little better. you
Oh,
know?
all of our numbers came from BetMGM in case we get, plagiarized. Just so you know, BetMGM is where I found all these. Yeah, like 90% of the money's coming in on just her now. Like in all the matches, it's either for or against whatever, but it's all
But
it's the Tiger effect. No one's gave a crap until now. They're like, oh wait, we got Americans
Yeah.
doing this, and so now they're back into it.
On her little
I thought it was
favorite
awesome.
tour.
Every single match she plays is an Arthur Ashe, which
Yeah.
is a testament. She's not even ranked, and every single match she plays is in like the biggest stadium.
Yeah.
All Elite
Insane.
Wrestling will be at Arthur Ashe in 2 weeks
Yeah.
for a big show.
Check that.
We'll get into that later. Austin clearly doesn't care.
I have no idea. Know nothing about wrestling.
You're gonna love about segment number 5.
We will tune all the way out.
So am I? You will actually hear them talking. I'm like,
We're just over here talking. What's up, Austin?
What's going on?
Trent, kill the mics. Shut up, I'm the producer.
Just a quick 5-minute nap. Maybe just
I'm almost out of beer.
Yeah,
I know
gotta
you
go
don't
back over
want.
to Cedar Glade.
So in my attempt to read names, her and her sister Venus lost in the first round of doubles to Lucy Haderecki and Linda Noskova.
I feel like that H is probably silent.
You think it's
but
just
I'm-
Radica?
To be
Well, that might
honest
be
with you,
right,
I
actually.
think so, but I don't know anything.
That's most I know too.
Drew knows nil.
It's a
Even
battle
less
of
than
who knows nil.
And lastly, before we jump into all the other fun parts of the football world, I know we talked about, I believe this a little bit last week, but Drew, Austin, whatnot, probably didn't have a chance. College football going to 12 playoff teams in 2026.
Yeah.
Is that too many? Is that watering it down? Or is that just going to help get like 6 SEC teams into the playoffs?
I mean, I'm a little excited about it. I just think, I don't know about 12. I would have maybe just started with 8.
Yeah. Why-
4, yeah, they skipped right over 8. It's just like,
Eight's a
hey,
good little-
let's add 8 more. It's like, okay, but
I'd
you
go
still
with
have
8, but-
Alabama on the best odds for this.
Yeah.
I mean, come
I'm all
on.
for 12, to be honest with you. There's so many good teams out there, and
Yeah.
to me, it's going to become more of like a March Madness
Yeah.
thing, right? Like when college basketball comes around, like you never know what's going to happen.
And
I
And I
love
feel like
that.
that's what's going to happen here.
that's the
Like,
hope.
you're going to have all these college football teams that are just really, really good. They're going to show up for that one
But-
game and then do really, really well.
I will go with JD on this. I feel 6. I'm going to say 6 SEC.
Yeah, that's
SEC
safe.
schools.
I'm
I
gonna-
think so because
I'm gonna
Texas
say
and
my
Oklahoma-
Wolfpack's gonna be in there. Ow!
I'm going to say
They won't.
we good this year.
I'm going to say
Texas and
4. You're going to
Oklahoma,
get 4
look at you.
SEC, 4 Pac-12, and then
Pac-12's
Bro.
going to disintegrate. Stop playing.
Yeah, they don't-
Are they? Is that still
It's
gonna be a
we're-
conference?
Look, let's be real. You know what it's going to go to? You have 12 teams, and it's going to be Big 10 versus SEC.
Oh, it's the
That is
basketball
what it's gonna
tournament
be.
in, around Christmas. This
That's
is
what it's
insane.
pretty much going to
I
be.
bet the Sun
couple
Belt
of-
gets a team in before the Pac-12.
That's not a bad bet.
Yeah, thank you. I've been studying. I know
Watch
good
Miami, too. Out of the ACC.
The
They might
ACC,
actually-
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I went to Miami and no.
He said no. Definitely
NC State's gonna be good. My guy Devin.
Yeah.
He still believes this.
Clemson eventually is going to have to come back. I mean,
Clemson will
Wait,
be good.
did you
this
say
year.
NC State?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You do realize the people that go to NC State didn't get into UNC or
Hey,
Duke
chill,
or anywhere
chill.
else.
That's some blasphemy around here, bro.
Well,
I
you
thought
got
we were
one. They
cool,
have
Austin.
one. No, they
I
have
thought
one.
we were cool.
They have Russell. Russell ended up at Wisconsin because he knew, hey, I had to get out of here.
bro.
Even Coastal
Hey, Russell
Carolina.
Wilson came to a party I threw in NC State. He was
I bet
in my
did.
house.
He drank water. I
Yeah,
bet.
he was super nerd. And
I
like,
guarantee
yeah,
it.
it was a little uncomfortable.
Is that where he met?
He's probably just standing on the wall.
Yeah,
with a
he
cup of
was.
water.
And
That's where he
everybody,
met
he was like
Sierra.
a redshirt freshman. Nobody really knew him yet, but Russell Wilson has been in my house, so I can say that.
Did you tell him you have a podcast?
I should now. He'd probably remember. That's fake news.
He's not doing anything, is he?
Yeah.
No, he just
Whoa.
signed a
That's
What
next.
is about a 200?
Yeah,
That was a
dude.
nice deal.
165 guaranteed.
Yeah.
5 years,
Very
245.
nice.
165 guaranteed.
Yeah, that's
I
like
I can't
in,
wait to get into that.
millions, right?
I wouldn't want to be in Denver
dollars.
that long, but I mean,
Bruh.
I'm all for the
Makes
money.
sense.
They have good brownies.
Those kind.
Yeah, sure.
Those
Nice
kinds.
clouds. Nice clouds.
Strange ones.
You always wondered why they were above sea level so high. So,
Because they're floating.
A whole mile.
they're
Wow.
up there.
All right.
Up there.
Plays right into my Josh Gordon joke I wrote down for later. We'll get there. So, in not funny news, the Bills cut Matt Ariza. That is right. How you say it.
I think that's right.
That's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Screw him. So he got accused of a gang rape in San Diego State last year. By the way, the funniest meme I saw was the one where he'll punt the ball, or like say it drops within the 5 or whatever.
Oh
And
yeah.
he'll point to the sky.
like he'll
And
be
somebody
seeing
said,
heaven.
yeah, somebody said, as if you're going there. I was like,
Sad but funny.
yeah. And so he got replaced by someone from the Mile High, Sam Martin, who signed yesterday.
What
from
I'm trying to
Denver.
figure out is how they had it under wraps for so long.
That's the most messed up part.
yeah.
No, what they did is they waited till he got some money, and they're like, "Now I'm gonna come."
Yeah.
out."
That is the scary part. Like, I mean, I'm not saying is or is not true because you don't know on these scenarios, but as soon as somebody gets paid, people come out of the woodwork sometimes trying to come after you.
This guy made it through the draft and made it on the team, a team that's very highly likely to make it to Super Bowl this year.
content, yeah.
Yes.
To be fair, though, from what I've read, it's very like everyone's like believes
Everybody
this
knew.
is legit. Like this is not
Oh,
something
yeah.
made up.
Yeah.
But
And
it
they
is-
definitely covered it up.
Oh,
Yeah, they had the
100%.
police report. Yeah, the
Yeah.
police report was like done, and it's like, okay, well, why do you not have any follow
That's so messed up.
But literally, it's just waiting till they got some money, and like
Yeah.
now I can get 500 grand or something, whatever they're gonna take from
Oh,
him.
exactly.
So if he's a quarterback, is he only suspended like 11 games, or how does this work?
But yeah,
It's only one person who gets that.
dude, that's still the craziest
Probably,
thing.
honestly, I would say that if he was a position player, he'd probably still stay on the team.
Yeah, no one likes punters.
Somebody worth
so they're-
something. Yeah.
Shots fired.
Punters are replaceable right now, though. There's so many good punters out there. It's like they get rid of him. They got Sam Martin. He's incredible. They could have gotten Brett Kern. I mean, he's incredible. They could have gotten the guy from the Vikings just got fired. Was with the Steelers. I can't think of his name, but I mean, he just got fired. He's incredible. So it's like you have so many guys to pick from.
I like how you go with fired instead of released. Like
No,
I
they
said,
were
released
fired.
on, and you're always like fired. Mad.
Release is too nice. No, he
It really
was.
is.
Yeah.
You know who didn't get released? Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, Jimmy
He's been
G. I
waiting.
tell you
What
what, bro.
the hell is going on with this?
Seattle was
This is
trying. Seattle was in hopes. That's what it really. Seattle was hoping that he was actually going to get released so they could snag him, because they don't want to
Garoppolo
give
or
up anything.
Geno.
And he's said, I wouldn't want to give up anything to a team that's in my division as well. Like,
Right.
doesn't make any sense.
But
But they're not
Wouldn't giving
up.
him away help you? I mean, based on what they think of him,
No,
like,
because they know
take
that
him.
Trey Lance is not going to do what they think that he is going to do. They have that just in the back of their mind. I don't see him just.
You don't buy the tray.
I don't think it's. I don't think he's going to be all that. I mean,
I agree with that.
I don't see that happen.
I think Jimmy G is just like, you know what? No matter where I go, I'm not going to be that good, so I might as well just take a pay
Yeah.
cut and stay here.
he was a certified backup that made headlines because he stepped in and did some great work. and now he's
On
back
and off
in
the
that,
field.
Yeah, now he's
Yeah.
back on that certified backup game.
Yeah, the women he dates are mostly located around where he is.
Yeah.
And so
Can't leave that.
Yeah.
he's not going anywhere. Yeah, I compared it to like a bad relationship where everybody knows y'all should break up, but they just don't. You're like,
He's just
oh
let it go.
God, they got back together. All they do
That's
is
really
fight.
funny.
This is awful. That's the same thing.
That's really funny.
And even Garoppolo himself, though, he said, it really wasn't on my mind, to be completely honest, talking about staying in San Fran. He's like, boy, I didn't
What
see
is
this
on your
coming.
mind?
They're like, is it like this or bad groceries? I was like, I guess I'll stick around, because he's like,
I might as well. You know, this guy's really young. Hell, maybe he's got good durability. I'll barely have to come off the bench.
I wouldn't be surprised if him and John Lynch were boys, and that's why he stayed too.
That's,
I could easily
it's
see
not too
that.
far away.
Yeah. I definitely believe that.
All right, so that's the first part of the NFL. Let's get into the team that at least the majority of people around here care about. The Titans. Harold Landry, Wednesday, out, torn ACL.
Damn.
That's
That
a
sucks.
massive blow to them, actually. He
That
had,
is
I
big.
think he had 12 sacks. He led the team last year with sacks. They desperately needed him, even though I don't think he ever quite reached his potential, but I thought he was getting right there at it last season.
Is he there outside? He's
Where
outside
do you-
He was outside linebacker.
Where did he
And
play college?
He went to Boston College.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
From my
he's
personal
somewhere in there.
experience, I'll be honest, I thought Harold was one of the best defensive players the Titans had.
Oh, he was.
Like
definitely.
losing him is
They actually gave him a lot of praise last year.
big
Yeah.
blow.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, to me,
It's
this
a
is just
whole-
going to make the defensive tackle from Mississippi State have to step up even more. I'm trying to think what his name was.
Simmons.
Yes,
yeah,
thank
okay.
you. Yeah.
So who's
Simmons.
was he calling the plays on defense? I don't.
Who? No,
Landry.
Kevin Byard
Byard
does.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but that's terrible for them, for the defense.
I mean, they're looking. I guarantee they're going to pick up some like veteran outside linebacker. They're going to have to.
Sam Mills.
They're gonna get
That's gonna
somebody.
be tough,
Bro.
Harold's still getting paid.
That's sacrilegious.
So it's
JD.
going to have to be somebody on
So,
at a discount,
Yeah.
but still going to give you some quality.
like
And-
a former
But
punter.
can I find a buy one get one free?
Yeah,
over here?
they're going to need that.
Good Lord.
As long as they don't do something dumb like they did with what's his name, Clowney. Bring in somebody like
gosh.
they give him 15 mil to play what
Jeez.
6 games,
Yeah.
have a 17
Bro,
game
that talk
season.
about just a journeyman that's done it right. You kind of got to give him
I mean,
props.
and he's
man.
back with Cleveland
I
now.
know.
It's just the wildest thing.
Is that where he started?
I want to say that is, or he was definitely there at one point. He might not have started there.
Seattle.
I think he was at Carolina first.
No.
Seattle Seahawks.
See, this
He
lets
played
you know
at
how
South
many
Carolina.
places he's played.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
His entire career is based off of one
He was
Texans.
not a. He was not a Panther.
Texans.
true.
Started
Texans were
with the
first. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Started with the Texans. That's
Yeah.
who it was.
Man, the Texans are good at those, like
Yeah.
Mario Williams and
Yeah.
Manny Lawson's. Actually, Manny Lawson was San Fran. Anyway, go ahead.
No
I'll
worries.
stop talking.
No, you're fine.
Please continue.
I
It's
don't-
your studio. Do whatever you want.
That's what I'm saying.
So Derrick Henry renegotiated, gets 14 million instead of 12, 9 million bonus. Still a free agent. I'm just going to call it what I see it as, a cash grab before he leaves the team after this year, because he suddenly develops old man knees.
What is he? How old is he now?
48.
No,
No,
he
he's
just
young,
looks that
dude.
a little bit.
He's like 20.
He's upper 20s.
Yeah.
I want to
26,
say
28.
mid upper 20s somewhere in there.
He's gonna ball, dude. I
He's
think
over-
he's gonna kill it.
Oh
he's
no, it's,
missing,
well,
like,
I mean, yeah, but it's him being that workhorse like that. It's very rough on legs.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is very rough.
But you got to keep in mind he didn't play a single game snap in the preseason. I don't think.
oh yeah, that's true.
And then like during the seasons, in my opinion, he's a very slow starter. Like the first 4 or 5 games, he's going to be like taking 50% of the snaps, and then as the season progresses, then he's going to start taking over.
But I think they're gonna have to lean a little more on him this year than they originally planned. Even signing Robert Woods, they still don't have a great wide receiving core.
I agree.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Yeah, he's 28.
yeah, it's not looking well.
Yeah, they got rid of AJ and got that new guy from Mississippi State. Isn't that right?
Was it? No, it's was it State? Maybe it was State, or was it A&M? No, it is. No,
it's Arkansas.
he's Arkansas. It is.
Arkansas.
It works.
Way to be somebody,
Somebody's
JD.
school. I mean,
I
come
don't
on.
know
Of
anything.
all people,
They're all
JD's
the
gonna
same.
correct someone.
I
Jeez.
am as confused as everyone
The
else.
fact that you knew he was from Arkansas is beyond me.
I wasn't even paying attention to my own show. I was like, what the heck's going on?
Oh, it's an Arkansas thing.
Oh, that's cool.
I honestly,
Arkansas.
in my opinion, though, Henry is going to be a guy that they have to keep.
Oh, they have to.
Regardless of his knees, even next year, they're going to pay him even more because he's like,
Oh yeah.
he is the face of the team. He run, they like the whole entire offense is run around him. You know,
If they
That-
want to piss this
the
fan base off,
the fact
they
of
let
having,
him go.
Oh, yeah. But the fact of having him behind Ryan Tannehill
Yeah.
makes Ryan Tannehill better. And it's like, unless we're going to pay
yeah,
$200 million to find some astronomical quarterback, we're going to keep Derrick Henry behind center.
because clearly you
Yeah,
don't want to lean on
Tannehill.
Tannehill. We saw
Yeah.
what happened last time with Tannehill being
Yeah.
leaned on.
Mm.
It's not going to work out.
He's really good.
Yeah, it is.
JD's a huge Tannehill fan.
I can see it. It's written all over his face.
Still, he's better than Malik, though.
Dude, Malik is he's young. This is raw talent.
Hey,
That's if he gets just a bit of discipline, I'm telling you, Tannehill will be nothing. Tannehill's nothing compared to him.
Well,
As far as talent wise, no.
I say he's starting about week 12 for the rest of
Malik?
the season. Yeah,
Really?
I think Titans could be that bad. They barely won.
I don't think they're going to be.
know
I won't say they're
football,
that bad. I just say that the AFC South is not the greatest division, but Indianapolis is the sleeper for playoffs as well this year. I'm telling you, They're gonna. I think Matt Ryan's actually gonna do a little something.
Shut
But
up.
if you go
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Sorry.
Trust
I
me.
hate
Just
agree
trust
with
me.
him. I don't like Indy, but I agree with him.
I know. I don't either, but
think
I
Matt Ryan.
I see it happening.
The running back they have.
Oh, dude,
Jonathan
Taylor
Taylor's
was
a
he
beast.
was
So nice.
the only reason he was number one last year is because Derek was out so long, but he would have been right on Derek's heels.
Yeah.
He was a great running back. I mean,
Let me help you with something. Matt Ryan is trash.
No, he's not.
This
Yes,
is
he
a
is, bro.
Carolina.
I mean,
Packer
his better
homer.
his
28-3. That's
his
all I gotta
better
say.
years are behind him, but he's got some decent weapons around
Let
him.
me
I mean,
extend my hatred for this. I'm sorry, that's not very spread the positive, but
No, you positively hate him.
since yes, I positively loathe that. Yes,
better.
as a human being, he's not.
I don't
bad.
know. He seems like a douche. He does.
Nah, I mean,
he
I've
has a
seen-
face that seems like, oh,
yeah, it
dude,
is.
he's an
It is.
ass.
It's kind of that. What is that? The Step Brothers.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
it's just
you got
your
a face.
face. Yeah, it's just your
it's
face.
just your face. I just don't like it.
Nah, but since Boston College days, there's something about it. Boston College, the Falcons, and he's just I hope he retires soon.
Did he come to your house party?
No, he didn't. He wasn't.
Well, Indy
invited.
has had a nice little run on that. Apparently, what is it?
Killing quarterbacks.
Yeah, well, yeah, Philip Rivers. Well, Luck.
I mean,
Luck,
I'm
Rivers.
sorry, ending quarterbacks'
Yeah.
careers. Yeah. So
Luck
hopefully
was
we'll
well
keep that,
before
but-
his time. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Man, Andrew Luck, that guy.
The only person that made it out was Peyton.
No, kind of.
Someone else who has great luck, Josh Gordon.
Oh, there you go.
That's the one thing I can do all right
Good
on this show.
transition.
So the Titans signed him because he's the cure to their wide receiving woes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, cure.
It's his fifth team.
Yeah, medicinal cures.
They lied.
He's a cure.
It's his fifth team. He's had 5 drug suspensions to match, by the way. That's neato.
That's so dumb, dude.
Only 21 touchdowns to 51 games missed by suspension. So he's getting close. 30 more touchdowns, he'll be tied.
I mean, I'm surprised
For
that Cleveland
suspensions.
even got him for that because he was all about them whenever he actually led. That's when he first got in trouble, was Cleveland. And I mean, he was the best thing they had on the team then.
I'm surprised he's even still in the loop. To be very honest,
Honestly,
with you.
I
It's
think they just
amazing
signed him to
still-
see if he's still got some hands and in shape.
The amount of chances he's gotten and
Gotta be
destroyed.
so good,
I mean,
bro.
even Kansas City taking a chance on him, I thought was like
A
a little
stretch.
wild. Yeah, because I'm like, hey, Andy Reid, I know he likes some people and he likes to air it out, but Josh Gordon is not the same speedster and deep threat that he used to be.
The thing that
by
blows
any
my
means.
mind, I think Vrabel and John Robinson are the most somewhat straight and narrow type of
Very, yeah.
environment coaches. Like they're all about business. Like I want to get things done. Like they're not going to mess around with suspensions and all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of surprised they even took a chance on
That is
him.
surprising.
Well, it is
But-
practice squad. I think that's just why they're like, okay, well,
Man,
we
yes.
can
We'll give him a
Desperation.
little taste of it.
yeah, we'll give him a smidge of a taste. And if he knows how to act, if he can act right, well, maybe give him a game.
Yeah.
We'll give him a few series in a game. It's baby steps. It's
Right.
process.
And they show what they think about their own wide receiving core, though.
Yeah.
That's true too.
It's a very it's
They have zero faith.
well,
All-
yeah,
all
Robert
of
Woods is
these are
just coming
accuracy.
back. I mean, that's the biggest one that they have is Robert Woods even signing him. But I mean, you lost a guy who had 50% of their catches last year.
Something like that.
Imagine, like they,
Pretty
pick-
much.
Julio going to
They even got rid of 2 of their tight ends.
Oh, it is true. Yeah,
Like Michael Pruitt and Anthony Ferkser, which obviously didn't have great seasons. last
Firster,
year,
I
but-
didn't really care about. He's more of a blocker. He could get you some catches, but I mean, Pruitt was actually on a little
Solid.
come up. I thought he's pretty solid.
Mhm.
They probably should have kept him.
just imagine picking him up from the airport, though. Like Josh was like, "Hey, stop there!" And I'm like, dude, that's a hemp store. Come on, Josh. At least make
there's
it
only
into
there's
the
only
bubble.
CBD
This
in
isn't
there,
Colorado.
guy.
Come on.
It's only CBD, guy.
CBD
Calm
messes
down.
up drug
Calm
testing.
down.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, though, Brett Kern released, been playing since 2009.
Sad day.
He played the position of punter. Just felt like looking at him while I said that.
I
Maybe
could-
like,
I'd
This is
seen it.
awful.
I've seen
Not
it.
an athlete. Yeah.
It was a shot. It was a
Yeah.
shot. Shots fired.
he gets replaced by a rookie, Ryan Stonehouse. No relation to Ryan Stenhouse.
That leg is. I mean, that leg is. It's kind of hard to say no to that.
He's
All
got
right.
a cannon.
So
I mean, come on.
here's where we turn to the actual profession.
Thank God.
So basically, it came down to what hang time in the punts, more or less.
Hang time and distance.
But the accuracy was his problem, at least for
Hey,
Stone.
Accuracy is still the problem. I think Brett Kern beats Stonehouse every day. When you're talking about like placing on the sidelines,
Put it wherever.
Brett's the best in the business. Stonehouse, though, I mean, if you look at the preseason, just in the 3 games they played, I think Stonehouse averaged like 60 yards a punt.
He'll give you a boot, but he can't place it where it needs to be in a situation. Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to pin somebody in the 10 to 5 yard range and then you're trying to go out, he's not going to give you that. Hell, he's probably going to give you through the uprights. I mean,
Coffin corners,
like, from the 20.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, all right, straight shot.
I think
and touchback.
Yeah,
there we go.
Seriously, I think he had multiple touchbacks in the preseason.
Yeah.
But it's like he had an 80-yard punt with the touchbacks. It's like you still have a 60-yard net. Like you're still winning.
That's kind of what we're aiming for.
Yeah. That's what they're looking for, is the hope that they can,
Punter
get him in
talk.
there.
He's like, that's net. Come on, man.
But now they don't have
good,
anyone. They don't have anyone to train him though to give him that accuracy. Like, hey, here's what you need to do to get like right where you need it. They lost the guy who's actually a Pro Bowler.
Who's been with the team. That's all he does. Yeah, in the case of the mob, imagine if he was punting in Denver, it would literally leave the stadium. Be gone.
Don't worry, Josh Gordon will be up in the clouds to catch it.
He punted in Colorado State, which is like terrible environment, right? Like the weather and everything like that. And now he's in Tennessee. He's just rocking it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's just cutting through the air.
yeah, that's so sick. But
To the moon, Stonehouse to the moon.
Stonehouse, come on, it's too easy.
I think that may be the Vegas favorite where Kern ends up though. It's actually in Denver. They have
Do they have an opening?
It's not they don't have an opening, but they have a punter who's been on like 2 practice squads the last 2 seasons. This will be his first time.
Wait,
starting.
did Indy sign theirs yet? Because I thought Indy was one of the teams that needed one.
It's Waitman, right? Colby Waitman.
Yeah,
He was with the Steelers last year.
yeah.
He's pretty solid. But if I remember correctly, the special teams coach in Denver actually knows Brett pretty well personally.
Well, I mean, if you're smart, you'd still go Kern again over that anyway. I mean, because
you got a vet that's established.
Knows
what he's doing.
A Pro Bowler got cut, like you said. Yeah. I mean, sign him right up.
I was honestly surprised.
Is that just some Titans stuff?
I thought the Bills were going to sign him.
That's what I expected too. I was definitely thinking the Bills because
if he was cut one
they
day
went out
earlier,
and got Vaughn already.
That's really what it was.
Yeah.
All right. So to wrap up this little bow on the Titans, I just assume that Josh Gordon will follow Kern to the Mile High area, and that'll be his next team. All right, cool.
He'll be in trouble there.
If Kern, I'm telling you, if Indy still needs one, Kern's going to Indy.
No.
I mean, I think it'd just be funny for him to go there.
They got Rigoberto Sanchez. He's incredible.
Yeah.
There you go.
See,
thank you, JD.
no worries. I knew you had it the whole time. All right. So if you're enjoying this type of crap, you know what you should do? You should talk to this guy behind me, the producer, Trent Denson. Before we get into our next little bit of the show, let's hit us up with some of the latest goings on with Spread the Positive, please, sir.
Man, thanks for that. Yeah, we got some cool stuff happening per usual. Pushing this 3C method that we're calling community content and connection, trying to triangulate the basically what
I just told him Serena just lost.
Man, that does not spread the positive.
No, that's a big negative. My bad.
Bringing light to what's not going on.
She was trying to hurry up and get into the back to watch our show.
Yeah, that probably was it. But yeah, we got some cool stuff happening. Some new shows, new sponsorships, some new community opportunities. It's cool, man. We're gonna be over 40 shows that are live by the end of the month too. So yeah, producing 40 shows is quite a bit.
Are we in the top 40?
Oh yeah, you're way up there, bro.
Top 40.
You don't have to lie to JD like that.
We're 39.
Y'all barely made the cut. And a few of these have
almost
not
like
produced an episode in like 8 months, but it's fine.
That door is not normally locked.
I walked right in. He didn't even know I was here the first time. I walked back out.
So how would they get a hold of you, Trent? Somebody wants to either sponsor the show or maybe create something way better than this. How could they find you?
At Spread the Positive, spreadthepositive.net. Trent at spreadthepositive.net is the email.
What if they throw in a hashtag like rep the spread?
I'm still not a huge fan
I don't
of that
think
one,
that's
but
a good one. I don't like it.
It's failed
Thank
every
you.
time.
Don't let him do. Yeah, you gotta stop,
I appreciate the plug there, but
yeah, you're welcome. Let's talk about something more interesting then. How about interest?
Oh boy, hold up.
don't
Okay,
have
no
any.
worries. Oh, I got 2 of them covered.
So now it's time for interests.
Oh, you mean this is going to be interesting?
Oh, I never said that.
All right, don't great.
So this will be interesting to me anyway.
Yeah.
So Austin was very kind enough to join us. Before we get too far into that, Austin, why don't you tell the folks like what you're up to these days? What's your work life like? How can people get a hold of you so that you can make more money too?
Absolutely. So I'm a mortgage lender now with First Community Mortgage, doing residential home loans. And you can reach me at our website. You can reach me at my email, which is my first name, last name at fcmhomeloans.com. That's Austen Barnard. And then also my cell phone. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm not on TikTok. Sorry about that, everybody. But maybe one day my wife will force me into that one.
You're not living right.
I know. I need to get on it. But yeah, doing all residential home loans, refis, purchases. Love to help y'all.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you for stepping in for us again. I promise I will continue to harass you to show up more. With that being said,
You really
You
are
should
welcome.
block his number the way
Thank
I do.
you. Thank you for your insights
that's
all the
why you
time.
didn't answer.
What are
for
you
us.
talking about? I would never block your number. Okay.
All right, so I've been working on some lists on the last few shows, the top 9, because I don't know who said there had to be 10, so I changed mine to 9s. So I have 9 different questions and/or lead-in statements that I would like you to reply to, Austin, if you wouldn't mind.
This is risky business.
No, it's fine. They're written down right there. It's nothing that bad. All right, so first question. If you did not punt for an entire game, would you be upset about this or be like, that's cool, I didn't really feel like playing anyway? Right? Because that means the offense is playing great, right? If you're not punting. But then at the same time, you'd be like, bro, man, I put on these pads and stuff. At least let me kick one ball. So I was just curious how the punter's brain works if you don't play at all in a game.
So I would be happy. So I'm kind of on, there's 2 things, right? So you're still like on the team. You're not having to like be at a top level performing, right? That's one piece of it. The other piece of it means your offense is doing really well. And the third piece is 99% of the punters in the NFL are holding too. So I'm still getting on the field. Like I'm holding for field goals. I even might kick off because I was a kickoff guy when I played too. So there's other ways to get on the field. So if I'm not punting, I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty happy.
All right, unrelated to the 9, did you stand closest to the heater though, like the whole game? Like if it was
If it was cold outside, absolutely.
No.
I'm a Southern boy.
Mhm.
So if it got cold outside, I'm by the heater or I'm like doing some jogs or doing something to keep my body warm.
All right. So would you prefer then a terrible offense where you got to play all the time or be bored out of your mind because you're playing for like, I don't know, the current version of the Vols who score every 30 seconds and I don't know, you might get
Against
winded.
Ball
snap.
State.
It was Ball
Everyone needs to
State.
calm
Dude,
down.
that's what I said. Don't get me wrong. I
This
think
is
they're going to
about-
look better this year, but calm down. It's Ball State. Name the last viable player they had that was worth anything.
Blaine Bishop.
No, it was actually Josh Freeman. Played for Tampa Bay. He was a
Hey,
quarterback. He had a cannon on
trivia
him.
guru here.
He had a cannon, but he did not live up to it in the NFL.
Those were great years when he was in Tampa.
Yeah, my favorite. All right, back to the subject at hand.
So I'm gonna answer that in 2 ways.
All right, go ahead.
College, I'm gonna say bad offense. I'd rather punt as have more opportunities in practice. Pro, boredom. I'd rather have my offense be killing it, cheering them on the sidelines and kicking field goals all day.
Let's go.
They'd never question like, who is that dude that keeps yelling at us? All right, so would you rather be an all-star punter or make the playoffs every year? The reason I say that is like I feel like if you're the all-star punter, you punted so much they're like, oh, I know him.
Yeah, we're not gonna win.
Yeah, that proves that your offense
Or-
is not worth it.
or you're
That's true.
standing in Green Bay, Wisconsin on a road playoff game, and you're like, oh my God, it's freezing, but hey, we're winning.
They have
So-
heaters, man. They have some great heaters on the sidelines.
I'm sure they do. They have those like fake, I'm gonna call it like, I don't even know, PVC pipes that throw
Yeah.
heat out. You can put your helmet on. So when you put your helmet on, it's nice and warm. That's
Yeah.
really nice.
No, Josh Gordon, put that back.
Dude, that's not smoking because you think it's doing what you think it's doing.
No, that's right.
Just steam,
I'm
guy.
saying playoffs. And I only say that because I would absolutely love to have a ring.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I
Gives
never
you
got a
an
ring in
opportunity.
college. I never got a ring in high school. I wanted a ring at some point in my career and I never got one.
Hey,
Good news. Trent,
Your
give me
wife
his
gave
ring.
you one.
I mean, yeah, that's true. This is a big one. So
hey.
He's buying beer tonight. Save you.
Sorry, Cassidy.
All right, so during preseason training, this is where that next one is leading to. Guys are beating each other up. They're getting tired. They're sweating. They're bruised. They're broken. Meanwhile, the kickers are like over there, like practicing their golf swing. So, did you ever get like the side eye from any of the teammates, or were you just like, hey, at least I can still walk and not look like a crip?
So again, I'm going to say in 2 ways. College, absolutely. Every single time, guys would be like, y'all don't do anything. Y'all just have fun the entire time, all that kind of stuff.
Was it true?
I mean, we literally threw the frisbee at practice sometimes. So, yeah, that is pretty true.
You can't be mad at somebody honing in on a skill and only having to practice it so much.
I can only do so much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of like baseball, right? Like you can only throw so many times, and kicking, like I can only kick so many times, or else my legs gonna like pull a muscle or something like that. So
It's true.
It's a delicate balance.
So realistically, I had a
Yes.
timeline. But in pro and in the professional like environment, everybody knows you're a pro and they know you're going to do what you need to do to get the job done. And if you don't, you're going to be fired. So it's like, you better perform or you're going to be gone. So like, I don't really care.
I think there's more. I think there's more pressure as far as being a kicker or something like that in a tight game situation. Because how many games were settled by 3 points? Super Bowl itself, 3 points.
I'm just
I actually won off that bet.
Hey.
I mean, come on. You gotta be limber. You gotta be prepared.
Or like when the
It's
coach
hey.
comes up to you and goes, if you don't pin that damn ball inside the
Yeah.
like something like that, like, dang, dude.
It's like, look,
I
I
was
want
eating a
this
hot dog
right now.
What's happening?
Coach, I just woke up from a nap. Like, come on.
Remember Josh Gordon made me sleepy.
I already kicked like 3 times. Is that not good enough?
It's one of those sideways cigarettes. Yeah,
So-
they said they were like candy.
The next question. We know you're happily married now, as Drew reminded you. Did you
Ain't got a ring.
ever?
Ain't got a ring.
Did you ever
Did get
use
one.
your like I'm on the football team status to be like, sup, shouty, or any of that kind of thing? You ever hit on girls and be like, hey, girl, I'm a punter, or anything like that? You ever- was that your
That's the
pickup?
greatest line ever.
So, I'm a punter.
I kick. What's
I'll
up?
kick it.
You want to kick it? You want to kick it?
Let's kick it. And then I had another
Silky
joke,
smooth.
but-
So you got to keep in mind, nothing about being a punter is sexy. Nothing you can do
You said it.
about sliding that in as a pickup line.
You just have to say, hey, I play football.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
just
going
leave
to
it
say.
there.
In the hopes that I know they give you guys merch and stuff, whenever you're playing in college. So hopes that they don't put your actual skill, like what you are, on the bag.
That's true.
Or like on
It's
your
got a
jacket.
big
You're
ass
wearing-
P on
yeah,
it.
it's like, hey, this guy's the punter. Like,
Are you-
what's the P stand for?
Player.
Oh, player, professional player.
But you just say you're a football player. I even it was actually a funny story. There was a lineman in college that I knew, big dude. You knew he was a lineman on the football team. And when he was talking to girls at bars, I always found out that he used to tell me he played tennis. And they always used to joke about it because it was like, clearly you don't play tennis, but it was a good pickup line.
Smart.
Oh, there you go.
Conversation starter for
Yeah.
sure.
Were you ever in trouble at any point and said, do you know who I am? I'm a punter. Did you ever,
He's really
Dang,
sticking. He's really sticking on the punting. He is on it.
listen, man, I had to write these questions.
Not that I can remember. Let's put it that way.
So you ever tried to big time anybody?
Excuse me.
Dude,
I'm a punter.
Pardon me, punter.
What I
Did you
can't
see
say,
what I did
I was-
last week?
I was
Coffin corner.
Dude, 55 yards.
so
Come
actually
on.
good
It stung my foot. It was cold.
good quick story for you. So we're at Mississippi State, and the punter at the time, which is now the punter for the Jacksonville Jaguars, he hit a heck of a punt. It landed on like the 4-yard line, went out of bounds, and he did the little like pull the arrow out of thing and shoot it. And I was like, man, that's so cool. So I hit the next punt, and I hit like a 55-yard punt, and I did it, and I run over the sidelines. My special teams coach pulls me over and is like, you better never do that again, or else I'm keeping you on the bench, and the kicker's punting for you.
Wow.
Okay, coach.
Dang, can we not just express ourselves?
Yeah.
All right, so you go out to let's say a party the night before a game. A little too much Taco Bell, a little too much tequila, a little too much beer. Who knows?
Been there.
You got to do a number 1 or a number 2, but there's still 6 minutes left in the first half.
Oh my god.
Have you been in a situation where like, man, this clock better run because I need to go to the bathroom?
I have actually.
And can you just run off the field and come back? But
I
what if you have to
can.
punt? That's what I'm saying.
I think it's a longer way than you're thinking. Man. I mean,
That's really
it's not-
far, probably.
I feel like because you're going to go. I mean, you go going down the sideline depending on where you're at, where your locker room
You
is.
better hope the team's on defense.
Yeah,
That's the first thing.
Well, now they have those pop-up
The
bathrooms.
good news is they have the pop-ups. Like
Yeah.
you're hurt, it'd be like, oh my god,
You
my
can't
hip- my
dump
hip
in those,
hurts.
can you?
Yeah.
no, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
You're holding that in.
Oh, okay.
You're clinching until you get to
You're clinching.
halftime.
You
But
hope
like
the guys
if-
you don't have to kick, or
Yeah.
you're popping out a little. You're popping out a little nugget or
prairie dog.
something. Yeah.
Little prairie
Like,
dog
oh,
life.
man.
Like, dude, I pooped myself, but it went 55 on a row.
I hope to God that he's not returning it like very well, and you got to run down and make the tackle.
My leg
Push
just
him
slid
out.
really good there. Yeah.
Oh
Got hell of
no.
lubrication. I don't know what happened.
Just realized I should have reordered my questions. Look at the last one. All right, so you're in let's say a battle for a position, whether it be college or pro, against another punter. Would you give or receive advice that would technically help you or help your teammate at the time that you're fighting
going
for
back
a
to your
job?
Tannehill
with?
thing in his now.
This is a
That's a good
Tannehill
one.
Yeah,
belief.
this runs back to your
So-
Tannehill.
so-
Did you or would you have ever been in that situation?
So from personal experience, yes, I've been in that situation on the flip side, right? So when I signed with the Titans, I was learning from Brett. He was a veteran, right? Like the first year I got there, he was very adamant about helping me. Like we watched film together. We went
Appreciate you.
we went through practice, like drops, kicks, everything like that. We went through it together. He was very helpful, and I extremely appreciated it. I feel like I would do the same thing to a certain extent, right? Like you're all in competition. You don't want somebody to take your job. So like there's a fine line to that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you have respect. Like you're all there. You're all trying to do a job. You're all trying to take care of your family. Like there's that piece of it. My biggest thing is as far as giving advice, if I had somebody that was coming out of college, would be to kind of go in with a little bit of hesitancy with anybody that's in a job like you, right? Like nothing against Brett or even anybody in that position, but like they're gonna tell you as much as they want to tell you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if they see you biting, I feel like too much into it,
Yeah.
that's how they're gonna.
They're gonna
catch
be a
you.
little
Yeah.
worried. And they're like,
Yeah.
I'm either gonna stop talking to you or I'm gonna not tell you the right thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Brett ever did that. He didn't. But I'm just thinking, I know I have heard of stories
Yeah.
that players have done that. And I know some really good players that I came out of college with that had some really bad advice and they took it because they felt like the vet was established and all that kind of stuff. And
Dang.
I'm just like, you gotta
Dirty.
kind of take it with a grain of
It's a
salt.
game, man. It's
Yeah.
a game, and hey,
it's
you
a
gotta
business. It's a
win.
business.
At the end of the day, I mean, everybody's trying to take care of their family, which I get that, but there's a right way and a wrong way.
Yeah.
And, you know,
All right. So while you give a second to think about it, so your biggest oh shit moment after the ball was snapped. So this is during a play,
It's the lubrication.
and you're immediately like,
it was,
and you're like,
it was what it was.
this dude is gonna break my leg, or oh my god, there's 5 people about to block this. Like, have you ever had like one of those type of moments in game? You're like, oh, this is bad,
Shitty
real
snap.
bad.
Yeah, shitty snap. You had to like
100%.
catch up and like
So-
pooch kick it.
I don't know why, but there's again, I'm gonna stay with the two, right? Like I got
We're
two
doing
things. So the first one is in college, first ever college game. This is no joke. First ever college game. You can probably
Nerves.
find this on YouTube. First ever college game was at TCU. I was in for the first snap. The long snapper they sent in was a freshman. First snap he ever had too.
Uh-oh.
We go in at TCU. He snaps the ball at my ankles. I
Oh.
drop it, and all of a sudden I bend over to pick up the ball. I stand up, and I just see two like 6'7", 300 pounds dudes running
Jeez.
right on my sides, and that was the oh shit, I'm about to hurt.
These guys look hungry. I don't think they got their pregame meal.
Like
Dang.
no joke. My ribs were bruised for like 4 weeks.
Ouch,
that
dude.
hurt so
Fuck
bad.
yeah, he was only bruised. They weren't cracked.
Yeah.
He's not a big
Right.
guy. He's not a big guy. I mean, those are some big guys.
I'll
He's
take-
gonna beat you up.
I'll
You
take
said
a-
he's little.
I'll take
You know what?
I'll
I
take a
deserve to be
bruise as a win on that one. to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, you have to.
Who are y'all playing? Oh, you were playing TCU.
TCU, which was, I mean, obviously.
And where did
a
you
good
go?
team.
Sorry,
Are
where'd
you,
you go?
you're looking this up, right?
Sanford.
Oh yeah.
I was
Okay.
definitely about to look it up too.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's where they
But-
paid for all the football stadium and the salaries for Sanford. That was
It is.
They were like,
That was like
hey,
a $300,000
take
game
your
for us.
whooping.
But my second one, actually, which I don't know, this is considered really a no shit moment, but my first ever professional game was at Green Bay in Lambeau Stadium, which was iconic, right? I went out for
That's
opening.
so dope.
I went
Yeah.
out for opening kickoff, and
First
it was nuts. And I was kind of like, I was hyped. I could hear everybody. That was exciting. But my first punt, because I had to catch the snap, and our snapper snapped so fast. I was so worried I wasn't going to catch the ball. This is no joke. I blacked out.
Yeah, I remember. I was about to bring this one up.
blacked
Yeah.
out.
Shit.
Like I had no idea what was going on. All I remember was getting out on the field and standing on the yard line I was supposed to be on, and then looking up. I blacked out, and all I remember after that was the ball in the air, and it was like a perfect punt.
Yeah,
mean,
he
was
killed
awesome.
it.
Yeah,
I remember.
It was like
I remember
50
this story.
yards
That's
out
so
of
cool.
yard
Force
line.
was with him on that one.
Man,
It was.
that's so cool, dude.
I heard there's like it's a lot of skill in what y'all do though. Like the drops, like how you have to drop the ball, how you spin it off your foot, everything.
It's literally like
Yeah.
it's literally golf.
Yes,
and,
I was
and
about to
punting
say that.
form. I mean, like the
It's
way
hard.
it's kind of like in golf, right? Like the
Like
way
in
you
a
move your
way.
club, the club face, the swing, like everything's the same.
That's
Like,
how it's gonna roll off.
like in punting,
Yeah.
like everything has to be the same. And I had done it so many times that's like I could black out and I could still do it, which is
That's-
awesome.
That's incredible.
It's drinking.
That's one of my
college days.
favorites.
All right, so we're running a little bit long on time. I'm going to get a public promise from you. I want to talk to you next week or two, whenever you have time. I want you to walk us through a week leading up to a game.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Like Monday through Sunday. Let's say a Sunday noon game at Colts, right? I want to know what the process is for that for an NFLer to go through that type of life. And if you wouldn't mind doing that soon, we'll get back to you hopefully on the show soon.
We can do that.
And I think people would actually be really interested in hearing how that goes.
just 6 weeks later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shut up.
Just want to get like a few,
been
just a few games in.
Not ever coming back. All right, real quick, let's do.
They said that before.
So here's the part
I'm
where
back.
here's where Austin and Trent will block us out, but we'll make it real quick. We'll go rapid fire. Two big wrestling shows this weekend, pay-per-views. The only match that really matters at Clash of the Castle, I believe, is going to be Roman and Drew.
Yeah.
Does Drew win because he's in
Cardiff.
Cardiff, Wales?
No, I don't think so.
I don't either. So that'll be
I mean, it's Roman. No, he's.
he'll be over 2 years.
He's the head of the
scripted
table.
champion. In case anybody wants.
I
to
think
make
they're
the
still
joke.
holding
Oh,
out
yeah.
for his cousin. I think they're still holding out for that. That's the
Oh,
hope.
Seiko.
No, The Rock. What the hell are you talking
Oh,
about?
that's not because he has another cousin that just got called up.
Yeah, but no. We mean the one that actually matters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't have him lose to The Rock. What a waste of a 2-year run.
I mean, it would be, but I think it's
He's
gonna
going to go make
something
another
like
movie
that.
with Kevin Hart and wear the belt. Nah, that's stupid. All right, and the show that I actually find interesting, AEW All Out in Chicago
Yeah.
Sunday. Thunder Rosa hurts, so the women's championship now is a 4-way. Tony Storm, Hikaru Shida, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter. Who do you
It's
think
DMD.
wins? I'm going to go Hayter with the upset.
You think
She'll make
Hayter?
a big mess out of it.
I
Sure,
think Britt's gonna bring it back. I think she's gonna that way she can do her Thunder Rosa. Didn't Thunder Rosa beat her for that?
Yes, and also she's the biggest star they have.
Exactly. So it's gonna be Britt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so the
I'm gonna go
trios
with Drew.
final. Is that
I
who
don't
you
even
got?
know, but I'm gonna go Drew.
I mean,
Absolutely.
business style. I mean, that's pretty much what it always
All
looks
right,
like.
We'll let Austin pick the winner first on this one. Trios final. You got Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks,
The Elite.
the Elite, going against Hangman Adam Page and the Dark Order. Who wins the first ever trios title for AEW?
I'm going Young Bucks.
You got to because
Yeah.
on top of that, you have Kenny
Zero
Omega who
idea.
just came back.
You have any idea?
I have no idea.
Yes.
No.
But
This is
you're
like
right.
gibberish.
I was about to say the same
But you're
thing.
actually right
I like
about
Young
that.
Bucks. All right,
I
let's
mean,
go.
they have the
They have a
the
cool
veteran.
name.
Yeah, they got the veteran run in them.
I
Like they,
believe Trent. They're from the Carolinas. So you
Let's
might actually
go.
like them.
They're-
They got a rep.
and I love their style. The boys they rock it in the Jordan ones, which
Let's
you
go.
can't see them from here, but yeah, I got some of those on.
Those are
Hey,
fresh.
They
They
love
are clean.
to
for the
uh,
fans out there. Yeah.
they've
Yeah,
got some
put 'em on the
nasty
table.
ones. They have way better ones than me, but you know they make way more money than I do. So
I'm thinking the Dark Order turns on Page, and this
You think
could
so?
be possibly the Wyatt entrance. Anyway, all right, Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs. I just love this whole storyline. I don't think anyone else cares. Big Powerhouse Hobbs fan.
yeah,
This guy
yeah.
with
That's
a
a
little more
cooler name.
coaching.
I like
Ricky Starks is a
Powerhouse Hobbs.
smug.
That's
He's a
dope.
smug little.
Yeah, he's like my.
I can't
size.
say the words. You know, I don't have my cuss cup out here and
Well, yeah.
trying to spread the positive.
That's right. That's
I
right.
wouldn't want to spread that negativity.
Hey, that's love.
Casino ladder match. Claudio Castagnoli. I think I actually got that one.
What is it? Cesaro.
Yes, Willer Yuta, Penta El Zero, whatever name he is this week.
Jeez.
Ray Phoenix, Rush, Andre El Idolo, Dante Martin, and mystery entrant.
Who do you think the mystery?
I'm going to go with Samoa Joe. That seems to be where the Vegas money. They can't bring MJF in for this.
He's not gonna do a ladder match like against all these people. No,
I got
Can
one.
you
That,
bet on this?
yes,
I don't think
You
there's a way.
can?
There's always a way.
Yeah.
actually,
Absolutely.
you can.
What I
Wow.
said earlier? anything is possible if you just believe.
Kevin Garnett.
So a match that at least has somebody that people in here know, Jungle Boy Jack Perry. That is Dylan Perry's son, 90210 guy. That's his son against Christian. I will take Christian for this
luscious
one.
head of hair.
His name is just Christian.
Yeah, Christian Cage. When
He
lost
was
the marketing
it's
rights.
he used to be in WWE. I mean, he's old as
So-
he's old as hell, but
So Hook beats Angelo Parker, right? With ease.
oh yeah.
His entrance song sounds like Wu-Tang.
I mean, it's
really good.
Hook getting rid of or losing the FTW belt on a pay-per-view, no way, because that's his dad's belt.
No chance.
There's no chance.
For whatever reason, a throw-in match, Bryan Danielson, Chris Jericho. Garcia keeps going back and forth. Who does he turn on, Jericho or Danielson?
Jericho.
You're absolutely right.
all right.
I think he
Actually,
should because he
you are
wants to
right.
join the the Blackpool
Whatever
Battle
Austin says,
Club,
I'm like,
The
yep.
Blackpool Combat Club.
Combat Club. That's
And
what it is.
The only reason
BCC.
Wheeler Yuta is in it is because Garcia was hurt at the time.
Exactly.
All right, world title. So CM Punk loses to Moxley last week in 3 minutes on Dynamite, which was kind of weird. Only to set. Remember, it's in Chicago. Moxley versus Punk. Punk's hometown is Chicago.
It's almost a dead setup, but I mean,
They
I
did it for the
just
cheap
It's
pop.
Punk. He's
Yeah.
gonna come back.
he's
By the way, the CM stands for Cookie Monster.
because it was what is it? He held the same foot even when he got hurt. The one that he hurt that he was hurt for what 3 months.
Right. And that's our wrestling. So I'm going to take Punk too.
Oh boy.
All right, last rapid fire. Ready to go. Oregon versus Georgia. Georgia minus 17.5.
Georgia.
Yep.
But
All right, Utah minus
17.5.
2.5. Favored against the Gators of Solo. Suck it, Solo. You're not here.
I
I'm taking the
can't.
Utes.
I don't go against the family.
It is
So I gotta go with I'm gonna go with Florida.
Yeah,
Hope
at
you
home and
Utah.
stuff.
I can't go against Solo.
Utah's too solid.
He'd be upset.
Are they?
with me.
Are they that good?
Utah
Yeah.
is I mean
Utah's solid.
Yeah.
Utah had a good year last year too?
Yeah.
They've been
past 2 or 3 years.
yeah,
Yeah, they've been solid.
they have.
Notre Dame goes to
There's a sleeper in the college
Ohio
football
State.
playoffs coming up too.
and loses, but by how much? The line is minus 16. How bad does Notre Dame get their ass whooped?
Mm,
I'm going to say 27.
Wow.
No, I don't think
Ooh.
that. That's
Not that
really
much.
tough.
I'm
right
gonna
there.
say, out of respect for one of my best friends, Jake,
Shouts
I'm
to
going
Jake.
Notre Dame. Only loses by 3.
Wow.
Okay, I won't say that.
Trent, who did you have?
I say probably 2 touchdowns. I won't give him the 16. I'll give him 13 and 14.
So Notre Dame covers. Trent, what did you have?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right,
My
so
care factor is pretty
The
low.
NFL games that at least I found of interest, Buffalo.
These are the only ones you found of interest.
Listen, there was a lot of them. I was in a hurry. The printer wasn't working. Buffalo at the Rams. Bills favored by 2.5.
Man.
100%.
100%. I say Bills
Those are
by.
gonna be
I say
really
Bills
good
by
this year.
7 at least. I say Bills 7 at least.
Super Bowl hangover? Is that what you're?
What Rams? No, just the fact that Bills.
Bills are that
Bills
good.
Bills
so
had
good.
Bills had the chance last year, and Kansas City still finds a way, which they usually do. I mean, I'm kind of prone to Kansas City, but still, Bills
Right.
Bills are going to take this.
I agree.
Trent, this is for you. The Baker Bowl. Browns, Panthers. Panthers favored by 2.5.
Panthers by 1 million.
Who are these 2 teams?
NC State, I think, is one of them.
Yeah.
Mayfield or die.
All right, so you two weren't here last. You were not here last week. You're on the spot at the moment, so apologies. But who is your 2 teams in the Super Bowl? Who do you got? NFC, AFC. If you had to pick right now,
Jesus, what the hell? You
Yeah,
can't
it's
do
fine.
that to me.
You go first.
Man, that was crucial.
Ah,
so
pass. Can you come back?
No.
JD, you go first.
I think I had Buffalo.
I'm thinking NFC. Well, yeah, in the AFC, I've got like 3 teams max that are gonna have a chance.
I had Buffalo in mind for
We
sure.
didn't have the Titans.
No.
It's an AFC West team or the Bills.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm telling you, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So my guess is either Kansas City again or Buffalo, maybe Denver, because Denver actually had a solid defense
Psych.
and they get back. Well, I mean,
I think a lot
Well,
of
as long
people are
as Russell
sleeping
is-
on. I
Russ is
think
never going to get that far. That's
Bro.
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
why are y'all
think he will.
sleeping on
But
Russ, dude?
He's not that good.
he's got nice weapons. They did lose another wide receiver. They lost Tim Patrick again, I think. They lost one of them like a couple weeks ago. He lost one of his wide receivers, but I still see Denver looking very decent in the AFC West. I don't know. The Chargers are
I think the Chargers are.
Chargers are tough. I think, and then I mean Herbert's great.
And
I
that
think he's
front-
better than
who'd they
Carr.
get?
That's a pretty good ice
Didn't
cream,
Khalil
too.
Mack?
I think he's better than
Sherbert,
Carr.
sorry.
Yeah, they did
that's
get Khalil Mack from
Yeah, and Joey
line
Bosa
from
on that
Chicago.
front
I do like
line.
the
They have a
Come
nice,
on.
and you still have Derwin James in the back. He was actually hurt last year. That's a great. That's a
or
great
Keenan
anchor
Allen,
for, yeah.
Mike Williams.
Well, tune in next week when the
What?
boys have to tell me who they picked for their Super
You also
Bowl.
have the Raiders. The Raiders
Oh,
got
did
they
you
got
actually have
Devontae. They got Devontae and
Are the Cowboys going to do
You have a
anything?
pick?
Never.
I mean,
I actually agree. I think the Bills are going to make it. I just don't know about the other side.
Is this a Super
the
Bowl?
yeah, the
preview,
NFC
then?
is the one I'm worried about, and I'm going to
All
say
right.
I'm going to give you Bills, Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna go
Hey,
Bills,
bold
Tampa Bay.
prediction: Tom Brady doesn't finish the season,
I agree.
Very bold prediction, but he is old as hell.
That's
and you're not allowed to touch him, but he's going to get hit.
What is it
He'll
now? There's
finish.
a
They're just
His
not-
little goal, his little
They can't-
savior at center's out, and
oh
three
yeah,
or four-
Jensen is
yeah.
out. That does hurt him big time. That's his main guy. He
Yeah,
loves Jensen.
I think that's why he took a little leave of absence.
This
Like,
could be
am
the
I
Super Bowl
really
right there.
gonna do
Gronk-
But the Bills,
Gronk's gone.
Bills and
though.
Rams.
everybody? I hope
I-
the Bucks.
I don't think
absolutely
the Bills and
lay an
Rams
egg.
because Rams also don't. Who they pick up for wide receiver? What they get? Who do they have now?
Man, I don't.
They
I don't
lost
think it
Woods.
matters. I think Sean McVay's the truth every time.
I do like Sean McVay,
He's
but
solid.
yeah,
I don't think they can do it 2 times in a row though.
Yeah, out of NFC,
don't.
man,
The NFC
it's
is
not.
a toss-up.
Green Bay's not happening again.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Wide receivers, he has nothing. He's got Sammy Watkins who stays hurt more than he stays on the field. He
Those
hasn't
first
done-
2 weeks of the season, man.
He
Sammy's
hasn't done
that dude.
anything relevant. So,
All right, well, let's get out of here. We're gonna not be relevant. Probably walk over to that bar and have a
Hey.
beer. Thanks for
It's good to be back, y'all.
who was your
love
pick?
it.
That's your pick? Was those two?
I had Buffalo. I can't remember the NFC team I picked, but I didn't want to make two
He
teams.
said
don't- you don't
Bucks.
care,
He
remember?
probably said Buccaneers.
I did not say the Bucks.
I said the Bucks just
Yeah.
because. I mean, who else are you thinking about? I mean, Jameis can throw you.
No,
He can give you
no.
50,
The
100
Saints are gonna
yards.
be
but
trash.
He's going to give you 45 interceptions.
Jameis is
I'm
trash.
taking the Carolina Panthers. All right. So, with that said, you'll never walk alone. If you want to drink with us, see you at 6:30 in the morning at Party Foul. Liverpool, Everton, up the Reds.
Let's go.
See ya.
The Reds.
Let's go.